Not many destinations allow you to start your day climbing peaks over 2,000 meters, spend the afternoon cooling off in crystal-clear coastal waters, and still end the day sipping local wine at a vineyard as the sun goes down. Montenegro covers less than 14,000 square kilometers on the map, but it feels much larger. Within this compact space lies an incredible mix of landscapes, shaped by both nature and human creativity. Despite all this beauty, Montenegro still remains under the radar, often overshadowed by its neighbor Croatia. Today, we'll dive deeper and uncover what makes Montenegro truly special. Montenegro means Black Mountain in Venetian, named after its dark forested peaks. As the second most mountainous country in Europe after Switzerland, 70% of its land is covered by mountains. These peaks have not only created breathtaking scenery, but also shaped Montenegrin culture and resilience for centuries. Around 60% of the country is forested, including Biogradska Gora National Park, home to one of Europe's last untouched forests with 500-year-old trees. Adding to its uniqueness are the rivers, with nearly 90% flowing in from neighboring regions. While much of Europe has become urbanized, Montenegro has preserved its rural charm, with many people still living close to nature. Though small, Montenegro has a long history of resilience. For centuries, its rugged terrain was defended against mighty empires like the Ottomans and Austro-Hungarians. Fortified towns like Kotor and Herceg Novi still reflect this military past. In a dramatic turn, Montenegro peacefully gained independence from Serbia in 2006. Today, it relies on NATO for defense, allowing the nation to focus on tourism and protecting its natural treasures. Montenegrins are also known for their laid-back lifestyle. Meals here are never rushed. They're long, joyful events filled with conversation and fresh local food. This relaxed pace perfectly mirrors the country's landscapes. Now, let's explore the best places to visit in Montenegro and uncover the incredible experiences waiting for you in this extraordinary country. The Bay of Kotor is one of those rare places you simply have to experience in person, whether it's your very first trip to Montenegro or your 10th. At first glance, the dramatic scenery might remind you of a Scandinavian fjord. But in reality, this bay is a ria, a sunken river valley where steep mountains plunge straight into clear, calm waters. The sharp peaks against the still bay create one of the most unique coastlines in southern Europe. Not surprisingly, the area is filled with incredible hiking trails that reward visitors with sweeping panoramic views. This rugged coastline, once shaped like a double anvil, was so strategic that a chain once stretched across its entrance to block enemy ships. For centuries, the bay served as a naval and trading hub, its maritime legacy still visible in fortresses and coastal towns. Medieval towns along the bay carry the marks of Roman, Byzantine, and Venetian influence. Churches, fortresses, and stone houses blend seamlessly into the dramatic landscape, offering both cultural richness and a slower pace of life. One of the best ways to experience this breathtaking bay today is by boat or cruise, gliding past soaring mountains and ancient towns from the calm waters that have shaped this region's story for centuries. Perast is a small yet elegant town in the Bay of Kotor, famous for its Venetian-style architecture and centuries-long ties to the sea. Between 1420 and 1797, under Venetian rule, it flourished as a center of shipbuilding and naval defense. Just off Perast's shore lie two iconic islets, Our Lady of the Rocks and St. George. According to legend, sailors discovered an icon of the Virgin Mary on a rock, and to honor it, they began creating an island by sinking ships and stones. This tradition continues today with the annual Fascinata Festival. The church on Our Lady of the Rocks is adorned with stunning artwork and more than 2,500 silver plates donated by grateful sailors. By contrast, St. George Island holds a Benedictine monastery and an old cemetery offering peace and mystery. While Perast charms with tranquility, Kotor brings energy and adventure. Surrounded by 4.5 kilometers of city walls climbing into the mountains, this UNESCO World Heritage town is full of winding medieval streets and iconic landmarks. One highlight is climbing nearly 1,350 stone steps to reach Fortress St. John, San Giovanni, where breathtaking views await. Along the way, you'll pass the Church of Our Lady of Remedy, a centuries-old pilgrimage site. For thrill seekers, the Kotor Serpentine Road with its 25 sharp bends winds up into the mountains, leading to the village of Neagushi and eventually to Lovcen National Park, perfect for those wanting to venture deeper into Montenegro's rugged highlands. Lovcen National Park isn't just about sweeping views, it's where nature and history blend in ways that leave you speechless. At its very heart stands the Njegoš Mausoleum, built in honor of Montenegro's legendary poet, philosopher, and ruler, Petar II Petrović Njegoš. To reach the mausoleum, you'll climb 461 steps, but the effort is worth it. At the top of Mount Lovcen, you're rewarded with unforgettable vistas that stretch from the sparkling Adriatic Sea to Montenegro's rugged highlands. Just below the mountain lies Cetinje, Montenegro's old royal capital. This charming town is a living museum, home to royal palaces, cultural treasures, and the historic Cetinje Monastery, which houses sacred relics like the right hand of John the Baptist. If you're searching for something truly extraordinary, then Ostrog Monastery will take your breath away. Built in the 17th century directly into a sheer cliff 900 meters above the Zeta Valley, it looks almost impossible, like it's clinging to the rock itself. The monastery was founded by Saint Basil of Ostrog as both a place of peace and a refuge from Ottoman attacks. Even today, pilgrims journey up steep paths to reach it, adding to the spiritual weight of their visit. Inside the upper monastery lie the relics of Saint Basil, making it one of Montenegro's most sacred and awe-inspiring sites. Carved into the cliffs, Ostrog is not just a landmark. It's a symbol of faith, resilience, and devotion. If you're flying into the Bay of Kotor, chances are you'll land in Tivat, and what an entrance that is. The airport offers some of the most spectacular landing and takeoff views anywhere, with the sparkling bay and towering mountains all around. Once a sleepy coastal town, Tivat has transformed into a lively hotspot thanks to Porto Montenegro, a world-class marina attracting luxury yachts from across the globe. Just a short drive away lies Budva Old Town, a 2,500-year-old gem encircled by medieval stone walls. Within its narrow cobblestone streets, you'll find Venetian-style architecture, lively squares, and a vibrant atmosphere that blends history with modern life. Nearby sits SvetiStefan, one of Montenegro's most iconic and photographed sites. Once a humble 15th-century fishing village, this fortified island is now a luxury resort known for its exclusivity and postcard-perfect beauty. Off Budva's coast lies Sveti Nikola Island, which locals fondly call Hawaii. With its pristine beaches and crystal-clear waters, it's the perfect escape for swimming, sunbathing, and enjoying peace away from the city crowds. A little further along the coast, you'll find Sveti Nedelja, Holy Sunday Island, a tiny islet with a small chapel said to bring good fortune to sailors. It's a quiet, off-the-beaten-path retreat for travelers seeking serenity. For adventure seekers, the hills above Budva offer plenty. The Church of St. Sava provides sweeping views over the town and coastline, while the 19th-century Austro-Hungarian Kosmach Fortress makes for an unforgettable hike with panoramic mountain and sea views. At the entrance to the Bay of Kotor lies Herceg Novi, a coastal city founded in 1382 by King Tvrtko of Bosnia. With its fortresses, historic streets, and botanical gardens, it's a gateway that blends history, culture, and natural beauty. Herceg Novi's charm comes from its layered history, shaped by Roman, Venetian, and Ottoman influences. Stroll through its narrow streets where vibrant bougainvillea drapes the walls, leading you to Bella Vista Square. Here, St. Michael's Church combines Romanesque, Gothic, and Byzantine styles in one striking structure. A short walk from the square takes you to Kanli Kula Fortress, originally built centuries ago and expanded by the Ottomans in the 16th century. Once a fort and later a prison, its name means Bloody Tower, hinting at its dark past. Today, it hosts open-air performances in its amphitheater while offering incredible views of the Bay of Kotor. Nestled among greenery overlooking the bay, the Savina Monastery is a peaceful retreat. Its 18th-century church stands on a site with roots going back to the 12th century. Blending Baroque and Byzantine architecture and housing centuries-old relics, it's a sanctuary for both pilgrims and history lovers. For those who don't mind a bit of hiking, Spanjola Fortress is worth the climb. Built in the 15th century, it once stood between Venetian and Ottoman battles. Though parts of its walls have collapsed, hidden chambers and bastions remain intact, a symbol of Herceg Novi's resilience. Further along the coast lies Mamula Island, home to a 19th century Austro-Hungarian fortress that later served as a prison during Italian occupation. Today, it is being transformed into a luxury resort, though the fortress still stands as a reminder of its turbulent past. High above the modern city of Bar sits Stari Bar, a fortress town with over 2,500 years of history. It has witnessed Illyrians, Byzantines, Venetians, and Ottomans, each leaving their mark. The 17th century Ottoman aqueduct still stands as a reminder of its trading past. Sadly, in 1979, a powerful earthquake struck, forcing much of the town to be abandoned. Today, the ruins stand quietly, offering visitors both haunting beauty and a deep connection to Montenegro's layered history. The ruins of Stari Bar, its old churches, palaces, and the iconic clock tower stand frozen in time, a hauntingly beautiful reminder of the town's long history. Skadar Lake National Park feels almost otherworldly. The meandering Rijeka Krnojevica River flows through emerald marshlands dotted with water lilies, creating a paradise for nature lovers. It's one of Europe's top bird reserves, home to more than 280 species, including the rare Dalmatian pelican. From Pavlova Strana viewpoint, the river's elegant curves are framed by rugged mountains, all leading to the vast Skadar Lake, the largest freshwater lake in the Balkans. Hiking trails and boat rides reveal a mix of wetlands, cliffs, caves, and hidden beaches. Skadar isn't just about natural beauty, it's layered with history. Monasteries on tiny islands and fortresses like Lacendro tell stories of faith and battles, while villages like Vranjina keep centuries-old fishing traditions alive. In northern Montenegro lies Durmitor National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Shaped by ancient glaciers, it boasts dramatic peaks, deep canyons, and glacial lakes. At its heart is the famous Black Lake, where still waters mirror the towering Durmitor Massif. Scattered across the park are 18 glacial lakes called the Mountain Eyes, each with unique beauty. Devil's Lake, with its turquoise waters, is especially striking. For adventurers, Bobotov Kuk, the highest peak at 2,523, offers a tough climb with unbeatable views. At the park's edge sits Jabljac, the highest town in the Balkans, a perfect base for summer hikes or winter skiing. Beyond lies the TaraRiverCanyon, known as the Tear of Europe, one of the continent's deepest gorges with turquoise waters, ideal for rafting and ziplining. Spanning the canyon is the Đurđevića Tara Bridge, completed in 1940. An engineering marvel, it offers jaw-dropping views. During WA, partisans blew up one of its arches to halt enemy forces, adding history to its beauty. The journey continues along the Piva River, winding through cliffs before forming Piva Lake, a vast reservoir created in the 1970s when the river was dammed. Though the town of Plujin was relocated, the lake today blends perfectly with the surrounding mountains. Next are the Prokletiye Mountains, also known as the Accursed Mountains. Stretching across Montenegro, Albania, and Kosovo, their jagged peaks, deep valleys, and alpine meadows feel untouched and timeless, an escape into raw wilderness. Nearby, the Komovi Mountains rise with massive isolated summits above rolling pastures. Twin peaks like Kom Kuchki and Kom Ljevoriečki dominate the horizon, offering some of the finest panoramic views in all of Montenegro. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Montenegro's breathtaking landscapes and rich history. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. It really helps and motivates me to keep creating more content like this. Have you visited Montenegro, or do you have your own stories to tell? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. Discover the world, explore the extraordinary, and I'll see you in the next adventure.